Hi guys, my name is Steve B. I'm checking in with you. I just want to talk about uh, being sober. You know, um, staying sober for today. That's the name of the game. And with me, it's a mixed thing. It's a very, very much a spiritual thing. It used to be like the it used to be. I used to think, well, the only thing I got to do is just not drink. But no, there's other things too. And I'm here to talk to you today about staying sober for today. God is my. This is no um, mystery to you guys because I tell you all the time that God is the main ingredient to my keeping sober. I keep sober a day at a time, and lo and behold, he helps me every single day. I try and to bash that into my videos that like what is the secret thing that keeps me sober. God, I don't keep it a secret. you know and what do I got to do on a given day to stay close to God? Well, step 11, I have to I pray and meditate, and I do that all day long, and like little segments. The day is built up into a bunch of little things that happen that go to make a day. And I'm happy to tell you that it's been working for me for a very, very long time. And if you want what I have, please do what I do. And one of the definite things that I do on a daily basis is pray and meditate. You know, and I talk to God all day long. And all day long he shows me what to do next. You know, I used to hear all the time. I don't hear it that much anymore, but it's very, very good saying, doing the next right thing. And when I do the next right thing, the next right thing is going to happen. And yeah, but I'm down the park, my favorite spot in the world, and it's the best place this side of heaven. I'm telling you. The animals. I come down early to feed the animals, to feed the squirrels. The animals. I come down to feed the squirrels, and they come in droves, and they love almonds. I'll be the first to tell you that they love almonds. And sometimes I'll forget that I'm there to feed them and stuff, and I'll look down, and they look at you with those little eyes and little arms. And they give me a lot of pleasure doing that. There's another thing that makes me happy, feeding the squirrelies, feeding them. I love feeding them. And yeah, life is good. Life is good. You know, I uh, I have God on my side. Yes, I do. And I got and the untreated alcoholism. When I wake up, you can kind of feel it. You can kind of feel like, well, what the heck is going on? I don't want to get out of bed. And my first thought yesterday was, well, I'm going to get up real early tomorrow. It's been super humid. But what I did was I didn't get up super early. I got up at 6. I don't call that early. 4 is, I call that early, and that's the time I'd like to get up. But I got up around 6. I did my little things downstairs. I ate, took the dog for a little walkie, and fed the cat, brushed him. Uh, and after the walk with the dog, I left. And it's like I had to go to a couple of grocery stores today. So I went to the grocery store, and I got pineapple and yogurt. So I was out. And then I had to go to another store, but I thought, well, on the ride, I'm gonna play some music because I love music. Music really calms me down, especially the calm, you know, uh, gentle music. And so I get in the car, and it's like I'm going to put the music on. I felt in my pocket, my phone wasn't there, so I can't do Pandora, and there's nothing else I want to listen to. I listen to Pandora, and that's it. So I had to go all the way back home to get my phone. It took what it took, but I made up my mind in that piece of time that I'm not gonna walk today. I'm gonna skip my walk. So I went to BJ's, and what did I get there? I got almonds because I'm pretty much out. I got strawberries and blueberries. I got those two things. And what else did I get? Did I get something else? I don't remember. I don't think so. But anyway, I got in my car, and then I drove to the park, and I fed the squirrels for a short time, and that brought me to here. And here I am with you guys outside for a change. I mean, the weather has been very warm, 80 or whatever, very warm, very warm. And here I am, and I'm pleased to tell you guys that walking with God is the secret to my success, not only in not drinking but in anything. I come to Him with my if I have money problems, or if I have mental problems, which is kind of like a lot, because that's usually, well, how do I handle this or how do I handle that? First thing I do is go to God and ask Him, and then He shows me what to do. And what else? I am, yeah, I could have rested a day at a time, and our literature says that over a period of time, being sober, we get worse, never better, and lo and behold, I'm 33 and a half years sober, and that's where I am right now. But it doesn't matter. How am I handling today? And I gotta do the best I can with today. God gave me another day to live, so I'm gonna live it the best way I can. And part of it is meetings. I come down here for a meeting. If I'm blessed enough, I have a meeting before a meeting. And then I have these videos with you guys, and talk about drinking or not drinking. I'm talking about not drinking. You know, um, Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. I can never forget that line because once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic today, although I'm a sober alcoholic. That's how I want to live the rest of my life, sober. And when it's time for me to go, and they want to bury me in the ground or whatever they do with me, um, I want to be sober. I want to be sober when that happens. And you know, it's just a fantastic way of life. And you've been doing it for, like I said, for quite a long time. And God is a huge part of it. God helps me to stay sober a day at a time. I don't have a desire to drink today, and I hope I spend the rest of the day not desiring to drink, because no good's gonna come out of that. No good's gonna come out of drinking. It's gonna sabotage any success that I had or have, and I don't have that desire to drink. I really, really, and truly don't. Um, oh, the breeze is nice, nice. I would call it a summer breeze, but we're not in summer yet. The day is April 16th, 2026. April 16th, 2026. It's my dad's birthday. And wow, we had a nice thing for him Sunday at his place. You know, my siblings were all there. You know, and it was a good time. It was a good time. My brother footed the bill, and it was very, very good. It was awesome, as a matter of fact. And you know, what can I say? What can I say? We had a good time. You know, everybody was in a happy mood. My dad was thrilled. He was thrilled that we thought of him on his birthday. And you know, great, great time, wonderful time. And you know, nice to be down here today. The change of weather up until like a couple weeks ago was very cold, but it's nice having the sun. You know, can't stay out in it too long, otherwise, you know, not too much is not good for you. Enough sun though, very, very good. Vitamin D, natural. So guys, glad you checked in. Happy to have you today. Give me a like and subscribe, and please leave a comment, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is. I'd be glad to chat with you about anything. So stay sober today, and God bless you all, and love you all.